Hi there guys, right, we've got a Tenda D820R ADSL 2 Plus router. This is another one of the various old ADSL modems and routers that we've been looking at. This is a probably slightly more modern unit. This is not actually tremendously old. I believe this dates from 2009, 2010. We'll see what we've got on the board when we get it open. And this is a standalone router. This is not intended to be a wireless access point or anything. It's literally an ADSL modem with basic routing capabilities in it. They weren't very good. Unfortunately, Tenda kit still isn't particularly great. And this is quite weird because it's obviously designed for use as a router, but we've only got one network socket there. As you can see, it's quite low cost, and these were really common at about this time. TP-Link made them, Netgear made them, pretty much everyone, including quite a lot of the cheapy Chinese brands, made these routers. Wi-Fi was still not quite as big an issue as it would become. Wi-Fi was probably still not as big a thing as it would eventually become, and at the moment the race was out to produce as many of these as cheaply as possible. This was as far down the spectrum as you could get. These were really quite cheap. These were quite often used as PPPoE modems because dedicated PPPoE modems had started to go away at this point, and these were literally almost landfill. So this one was used on a customer's site to interface to their broadband service, and had all sorts of problems with rebooting and shutting down, which is fairly common with these. And again, if we look in here, this is pretty much of a muchness. This will all look familiar compared to the other ones we've looked at. So we have our phone jack in. Let's use a proper pointer. So we have our phone jack coming in, we have our isolation transformer and line isolation and interface. We have a modem chip. We have our main ASIC, we have some RAM, and we do actually have an Ethernet controller here and an awful lot of power supply electronics. And we can just lift this out. Obviously we were trying to make these as cheaply as possible at the time, but there was no incentive to do anything better. Quite often a lot of options were removed from these, so we've got what looks like a line output for a telephone handset in here, which means this one probably supported having the microfilter in. We've got some headers there and headers there. Let's just have a look at those. So looking at those headers there, they flow up towards the modem, so that is probably our UART header for either the modem or the ASIC. The ASIC is filthy. Then we just have RAM, power supply. We've got some more headers there, and a quick look at those suggests that those headers are for programming this EEPROM there. So again, really quick one. There's really not much in here. There are dead things in here though, and that's all there is for that. So they kept getting smaller and cheaper, and then we started not long after this was released on the big sort of all-in-one multi-purpose type routers, and we will touch on some of those as we go forward because they're more what we're used to now. So we were just going to have a quick look for a date, weren't we? I'm not confident that we'll find one. 93, no, I don't believe that. 09, so 2009, so I was fairly close. Anyway, that's it for that one. That really is all that's in here. There's nothing special about it, and we'll pick up with something else next time. Take care. Bye.